Alright, so here's the parking lot. This is at 435 Rising Sun Way in Franklinville. And this is the parking area for the trail. And we're going to head down to the trail in a moment. Alright, so from the parking area, we walk down this little hill here, and there's a sign that points to the rail trail off to the left. Alright, so here's where the entrance is to the trail. But you want to make sure you don't go straight, because unfortunately there's a waste treatment plant that direction. So you want to stay to the right. The right of this green fence. Past the waste treatment plant, you come down a slight hill. And you get to the trail, and you have a choice. You could either go left or right. And if you go left, it's a shorter trail, but it ends up at a nice little waterway. But we're going to go to the right today. Towards Franklinville. Hey everybody. Thanks for joining me on this trail. The Deep River Trail. It's actually an old railroad. And you can see the nice straight trail. The railroad actually used to hug the river. And we're just going to walk down here and just do a little exploring. I'm not sure what we're going to find. We'll look for nature, we'll look for history. We're going to do what they call the teachable moment. We'll see what we can find and we'll just discuss it. Most of the time I think we're just going to spend just hiking. Alright, so I did notice that there's actually a nicer trail that I think. I'd rather be walking in the woods personally. Maybe we'll walk down there instead. It actually parallels the old railroad, and we'll see where that goes, okay? Yeah, much more nature-y down here. We have been getting a lot of rain. It rained all day yesterday, so I don't know what this trail is going to look like really, but we'll go as far as we can. Looks like an old snag fell down, because it did get pretty windy yesterday too. And this is interesting. There's a nice little woodpecker hole right here in the tree. Nice little cozy home for a woodpecker at one time. Now if you do come this way, this tree that's down, you could see all these what look like branches are actually poison ivy vine. When you see a nice thick vine like that with looks like it's hairy on the outside, that's poison ivy. And that could be why this tree died, actually. Oops, and here I am rubbing against it. I better be careful. That's a really thick vine. Like I said, that's poison ivy. And even when it's dead, you need to stay away from it. This is kind of interesting here. Looks like we got some serious erosion here. Like a big giant abandoned warehouse. Let's go explore. Yeah. All right, we're heading back up to the regular trail, and we're gonna walk over and we're gonna go take a look up here. All right, let's see if we can go explore a little. It's a little slippery because it was so rainy yesterday and muddy. I really like old windows and doors. Cool. An old fire hose. Old fire hose and a rusty bucket. And these are some pretty cool old fire hydrants right here. I'm gonna just walk down one more and then head back to the trail. There's another one of those areas. Check out this old, I don't even know what that is. I guess it's just a water meter or something. Wonder what's in here. Oh, that's all sealed off. Another old fire hydrant, another old oop. Can't get that one open. All right, well anyway, gotta try to find my way down here. As cool as this is, I'd rather be walking a little bit more close to nature. Well, I should have stayed up there. There's an open door. That would have been fun. I'm gonna see if I get a little closer to the river. Yeah, this river is really flowing. We got a lot of rain yesterday. Gotta be careful where I step. It's nice when all you can hear is the sound of the water and the wind. I think that's as close as I'll get. It's a cold day. I don't want to get my feet wet. All right, I guess we're coming out of the wilderness now. And I think this whole area used to be textiles, where they used to make textiles. And I think this red brick building is actually active still. So unfortunately, we have to go through this area, though it is a little interesting. There's another really cool old door. All right, so once we get away from the buildings, we're actually going right along the road, the river to our left. And this used to be, this is an old building foundation. What?
You the water, you know. On this? Yeah.
There's some old pilings going across the river. Looks like there was a bridge there at one time. And this area right here looks like a place where they diverted the water for probably power. That water's really moving. Looks like this is where the floodgates were. So there's actually a town park here, and there's some really cool ducks hanging out. Alright, so this is the town park, and the trail goes right through here. And if you didn't want to walk all that distance we just did, you could actually park in the parking field right here and just come to the park and right down by the river. So this is kind of cool. There's a lot of freshwater clam shells up here, and I'll bet you that the raccoons come down here every night to have a feast. So guys, I'm seeing something really cool here. You see this line of debris? This looks like this is as high as the river got before it went down. That line goes right along the whole river up on the grass. So this whole area was covered in water. I'm not sure when. So we're coming up to the third parking area along this trail. So you could drive all the way into Franklinville and park here if you want. And from here, obviously you can go in the direction we just came from, or you can go over the Andrew Hunter Bridge, which is actually takes you to a historic spot called Faith Rock. And here's the bridge right here. Or you can continue down, which I might do a little bit later, to go check out those abandoned buildings in the distance. Want to go over?
Sure. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part, is going up into the...
So we got, let's see what this says. Randolph County Historic Landmark, Faith Rock. Circa 1782 Revolutionary War incident. Let's go over the bridge and see what we find. Well, if nothing else, you got a great view of the river on either side. Faith Rock Preserve and Nature Trail. It's a 3/4 mile loop to Faith Rock. The trail goes that way. This trail is maintained by the town of Franklinville, I assume, and there are some interesting plaques along the way. This one talks about life along the river. Just gonna go up in here for a minute. Looks like an old ancient rock wall. Looks like a place where kids come to have campfires. So we could either go straight or follow the trail to the left. It's a winding road. Straight, you have to climb over those rocks, which is a little bit more fun, I think. But let's go look at this sign. What? So we have another interpretive sign here, and this one's called Two Types of Wonderful. It's all about the plant life in the area. So I did want to show you this trail. We're probably not going to take it today, but because the rocks are a little wet and slippery. So this is not for the faint of heart. You have to actually do a little bouldering here, a little climbing over some rocks to get to Faith Rock. But I think we're going to take the trail this time. Though it does look like a lot of fun. All right, so we're going to take the switchbacks up. Yeah, we're definitely climbing the elevation here. All those rocks down there is where we were before. All right, you could really hear the river coming over the crest. So I'm going to be real careful on this rock because it's wet and it's mossy and it's probably very slippery. I don't want to end up in the water after tumbling down the rocks. So this is Faith Rock. And there's a story that goes along with this, and I'm not really sure of the guy's name. But
His name is Hunt, and he stole a horse called Redbone from a British general, and they were chasing him, and with the horse, he leapt off Faith Rock into the deep river, and he survived and got away from them.
So I guess that's where they get leap of faith from, huh? So from what I understand, the cavalry thought he was like insane for doing that, and they didn't go after him, and he escaped. So as you can see, you'd have to be a little bit crazy to ride your horse off the end of this rock into the river. So once you get up to the rock, there's actually a couple of choices. You can head off into this trail, which I'm not really sure where that goes, but it looks like we're going to go this way. I think this is where the loop continues on the way back down. All right, change of plans, going in reverse. Here we are back at the rock. It looks like there's another interpretive sign, so we're going to check that out. Looks like there might be a little picnic area up here. Alright, so this interpretive sign basically explains the whole Faith Rock thing. And I'll scroll down slow so you can read it if you want. So it's David Fanning was in pursuit of Andrew Hunter, not Hunter. And there's a little bit more nature information here too. So we're kind of taking a shortcut through the woods to get to the trail. All right, so we're coming back up to the bridge again, and we're going to cross over and head back. All right, we decided to come to the last parking spot and just check it out. And as you can see in the distance, here's the bridge we went over. And now we're going to go check out some abandoned buildings. We have some urban art here.
That came out really good. Wow. Look at that one up there. The doorway up there. go right onto the water. This is some kind of mill, you know, like power. This is the electric power. Oh, sorry. Power source.
Possibly a water pump. Oh, there's an old abandoned fire station. There's the old hose. So these are the huge silos that we saw from across the river. Pretty cool, made of tile.
Beautiful.
Wow, here's some old machinery. Draper Company. Looks like an old loom. I guess this was a mill. It's kind of cool, some kind of a cart. You gotta be careful where you step around here. You don't want to fall through to the basement, that's for sure. Some more urban art. Wow, look at these huge spools of yarn. Look at the size of this loom. This one is still set up with red, green, and white.
Yeah, Christmas colors. Wonder what it was making.
All right. Probably shouldn't be going up here, but the stairs. Staircase doesn't look real strong. All right, I'm not going to go further than this. The floor looks like it's going to collapse. I'm going to head back down. Well, that was interesting. That's the end of our tour. I hope you enjoyed. Alright guys, well this is the end of our Deep River hike. I hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't all nature, but I think it was all interesting. So have a great day and we'll talk soon.